John, my knees aren't as good looking as yours. Tom and I agreed to do this. This year, we want to present the Athens Award to a recipient to recognize the total contribution made to the New Bern Civic Theater. Its focus is in many areas, and at times, the recipient provides the glue that holds all of these things together. This year, it goes to a person who has many talents, and as I described him, you probably will have a hint of who it is. But he sings, he acts, he mentors others naturally, he builds sets, he paints the stage before opening night. He's an excellent master of ceremonies, and he's got better looking knees than I do. So let's watch a video to see what others think of our recipient.
John Baldwin, and I do a little of everything. Help with the sets, do a little painting, do a little repairs around the theater, act, don't direct, and don't produce. But been in lots of shows here.
John Baldwin is on stage here performing, he's on stage here working, painting, helping us clean up, fix things. And for a guy who's actually a member of the board of another theater company in town, we think that is awesome, and we love John Baldwin here. Wish we could have a few more John Baldwins, and for all the work, the years and years of work he's putting in here at New Bern Civic Theater, we love you, John Baldwin.
We have this secret handshake that I can't show you on film, but he knows exactly what I'm talking about. Like, there's a farmer handshake, then there's a milkman's handshake, then there's the NRA handshake, and they're all combined in one, if you can imagine that. I can't show it to you or I might have to kill you.
But I think what it really does for me, for the theaters, or for the young people, it gives them a neat base to build confidence. And I think if a young person has confidence, then they can do anything. Their basis for going on to whatever they want to do.
Someone who has put forth heart, soul, has mentored others. Pretty sure there's a lot of us with a lot of great John Baldwin stories. His humor, that laugh of his is priceless. I mean, you hear that laugh anywhere in New Bern Civic Theater, you know who it belongs to. Darn that phone.
But for the theater to be in the community itself, I think a community without theater has no community of expression. Because if you don't have the arts like the symphony, the theater, you know, the Bank of the Arts, which is a wonderful institution in this town, if you don't have those things, your culture is not complete.
He doesn't show up to a show till, like, 7:45, 7:30. So I directed John and the Baker's Wife, and I knew John going in, and I asked John if he could show up at 6:30 on opening night. My nerves would be calm and I would be good, and he did. And then the rest of the time, I just assumed he would be there at 6:30. No, John, 7:30 is early. 7:45 is normally. John, I love you. Congratulations.
We believe that the arts are a very important part of everyone's world. John is very adamant about the arts here in New Bern, and it's wonderful to watch him interact with people and be involved, and it strokes both of our egos. And the people at the Civic Theater are just part of our family, an extended family.
So, I hear that we're here to give an award to Alec Baldwin. I'm really impressed with that.
No, it's not Alec, it's John.
John who?
John Baldwin.
John Baldwin.
John Baldwin.
Oh, I know him, yeah. John, don't laugh. My wig's just as good as yours, buddy. You know, the first time I met John was at the auditions for Annie. Now, I remember John, he came in, it was about this time of the year, it was really cold. Of course, he's wearing shorts. And he was going for the lead role. He was wearing some curly red wig. Anyway, he comes in, and quite frankly, I thought he was a street person. And John and I were in a few shows along here and there, and then a number of years ago, I was asked to direct On Golden Pond. Perhaps you've heard of it. I ended up casting John, also cast Sue, and of course the only question then was I going to cast Sue as his wife or his daughter? because John is considerably older, you know.
Sue and I had been in shows together, but never had roles opposite each other. So it's kind of nice to have a man and wife actually doing a man and wife.
That was the chance of a lifetime. It was, how many wives get to call their husband an old poop in public and get away with it? It showed us a little bit of what our aging process may be like. And it was emotional, and it was gratifying, and it was rewarding. And on my side of it, I thoroughly enjoyed working with John on stage, and I really truly believe that he enjoyed working with me.
And of course the rehearsals were so easy because we could practice at home, and somebody accused us of just being ourselves pretty much in those roles, just being possibly playing a little older. But other than that, it was great to work with Sue, and nobody got mad at each other.
He got to yell at me when he wanted to, and I didn't cry. It was just an awesome experience. Once in a lifetime. Once in a lifetime.
I really enjoy working with John, and John, I love you, man. You're such a great guy. I enjoy doing shows with you. I love you like a brother. A significantly older brother, but a brother nonetheless. So congratulations, John.
The Civic Theater, and as I said, the arts mean an awful lot to John, and I think that it's very personal, the feeling that he will have of this honor. And I am just so sorry that I can't be here for the evening. But I'm performing across the river, so...
So when you're finished there...
Yeah, I'll come over to the party.
This town, I don't think is ever going to let Civic Theater go away. Because, again, if you look at the new people coming in, they come to Civic Theater. When I first started Keith's 25 years ago, I knew almost everybody here. And now, half the pieces that come, people that come through that door, the faces I don't recognize, but that's good. That is really a good thing. We don't have quite as many new people coming to town as we did, say, 4 or 5 years ago. But I think those that are coming in are taking part in theater and enjoying either being, like I just said, either new actors on stage, helping backstage, or you know, just being out front and being part of the paying audience.
He loves the I can't think of a word. If you put this in there, Keith, you're a dead man.
I'm really not going to say anything else because what you heard on the film was exactly how I feel about Civic Theater. And I'm pretty much speechless right now. This is quite an honor. I never expected anything like this. I love theater, and the statement I made when I opened tonight was, I'm here because you're here because the same reason I am. We all love Civic Theater. We want to see it continue so that we can enjoy it, and maybe I'll be here another 25 years. Thank you again for supporting me.